What's up, YouTube? I'm a little upset right now because um, a friend of mine came over and he was really upset to the point of having to talk to somebody before he, how before he got enraged and did something he didn't want to do. um, he brought he he found a gun on his son, and it wasn't a real gun, but it was a BB gun, but it looked like a real gun. And it was so upsetting to him that he needed to find somebody to talk to. So I'm glad he came to me. So after talking to me alone for a while, we called his son in the room. And see, to me, when little teenage boys try to be men, it's up to the men to show these little boys what manhood is. So we abandoned clean language, and it showed him what dealing with another man is like. I won't go into detail of what we said and what we did, but this little kid got a new reality today about reality. And if you're some teenager out there who right now looking at this video, you think that you the man and you can't get caught, and and you gotta be hard. Number one, there's nobody actually looking at you that long to even know that you some tough guy, except people your own age. Real men looking at you like, and see, when you're in teenage years, you don't really know a lot. And what you don't want to do is lose the respect of a man. You teenagers, sometimes, not all teenagers of course, but I'm just saying the ones who just are kind of out there. You don't want to lose if you have a father at home, you don't ever want to lose his respect. If you have a well-to-do father who's providing and nurturing like a father does, you don't want to lose his respect. You don't. You just don't want to lose his respect. There's just some certain rules that a man should teach his son. Number one, you don't want to lose your dad's respect. And if you don't have a dad at home, you should get yourself a mentor and never lose his respect. As long as he's not telling you to sin or do anything immoral or illegal, you don't want to lose his respect. Second rule is you don't want to get caught up in the goings on of the world. You should have a goal and do all that you can within the confines of the whatever religion you believe and the law to achieve that goal. And you are going to need help which is the reason you need mentors who can help you. Third reason, you do not want to get wrapped up in being a ladies' man. Achieve your goals first. If you want whatever you could want to be, achieve that. And then look for a lady who brings the same things to the table. Because you don't want to be a well-educated man and be self-sufficient and bring a lady into your life who does not, who will sponge off that. Ladies as well, you don't want to be well-educated, be self-sufficient, and bring a man into your life who's going to drain all that because he's not at the same level. You know, let a ghetto rat get with a ghetto rat. You work too hard for yours. But back to my first point about losing respect. That is a hard thing to get back. It's just a hard thing to get back. And you don't want to be tricked by all this rapping facade. And, you know, listen, the rappers out here and all that, they may be, you know, good businessmen or whatever, but don't get caught up in the facade. You know, don't listen to a song and then take on that personality of the song. Be you. You know, be you. Therefore, people will like you for you, not some song you trying to personify. Because quiet as it's kept, people can see right through that. You know, people who do that have 15 minutes of fame. You in for a while, then you're gone. But if you're yourself, people will know and appreciate you for you. But if you meet them and you got a facade, you got to put that facade on every time you see them. And that's more work than achieving the goals that you have. And if that makes you lame, if that makes you, you know, a wimp, nerd, so be it. So what? At some point, you got to realize that your life is more important than what people think of you or what people say about you or anything. What you make in your life carries more weight than what people think. And you don't want to throw that away because you only get one time to go through this life. And see, you guys, you know, teenagers, they don't look past their nose. You know, they can't see into the future. But decisions that you guys make have ripple effects. They affect other people. So keep that in mind when you are being pressured by a so-called friend to do something that's wrong. And if you got a mother or a father who loves you, the best way you can love them back is to become a success.